Anthem fans are angry, Respawn declares war on cheaters, and Sekiro looks like a lot of fun. My name's Force. Welcome back to the Force feed. I realize that was quite an aggressive intro. Listen, it has to be this way because it's the only way you guys are gonna click on these goddamn videos. You don't click on happy shit. It has to be overwhelmingly negative, angry, and hyperbolic. So actually, I blame you. It's all of your fault. Thanks for clicking on my video, but God, we need to change. What has my life become? Will we ever learn as a species? Time for the news. First up today, we've got some angry Anthem fans due to some recent loot debacle. So apparently, when it comes to endgame in Anthem, there's actually fairly low loot drop rates. It takes quite a long time for people to get the loot that they want. Now, what this has resulted in is a lot of players began farming resources in order to obtain high-level gear. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a bug appears, dramatically increasing the loot drop rates for about an afternoon. That got patched almost immediately, removing the increased loot drops and bringing players back to farming resources for the best gear, which isn't exactly what you probably want to do in a looter shooter. You want to go out there, you want to fight some enemies, and you want loot to drop. You don't want to run around picking plants the entire time. Well, not only did this happen once, it happened 2 times, and in fact, the second time, there was also a patch that nerfed harvesting resources. So now basically players feel like nothing ever drops, they can't even do the resource stuff to get the good gear. Why play a loot game if the loot's not dropping? Is what a lot of people are asking, so much so that earlier today a petition went up on the subreddit, and I just want to read this off to you because it's quite the doozy. Stop playing the game for a whole week, hopefully with the support of the entire subreddit, to show BioWare that all it takes for us to enjoy the game is to receive more loot. It's not a premise that is terribly mind-boggling if you really think about it. We've got a loot game, players want to farm for loot. Loot's not really happening. They have come out and admitted that they aren't happy with the current loot situation. In a series of tweets, it was stated that BioWare does plan to make changes to the loot in Anthem, but this is something that's gonna happen over the next few months and not something they just want to immediately patch, increasing the loot drop rate by 50% or whatever. There is clearly a segment of the audience that isn't happy with the current drop rates in the game, the gameplay loop, and all of that. So just a couple of things. Now, obviously this is just a portion of the Anthem subreddit. It certainly does not encompass the entire player base, but there's no question that some of the most dedicated Anthem players, the people who are on the subreddit all the time posting and talking about the game, there's a portion of them who aren't happy, and it's easy to just be dismissive of the Reddit hive mind. I've done it plenty of times in the past myself, but we gotta admit that when it comes to a game revolving around loot, people being disappointed with how they're acquiring loot, the frequency and the rarity and all of that stuff, that's a problem because that's the entire reason you play the game. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, they just can't give you all the loot all the time because that is literally the entire point of the game. It would kind of defeat the purpose of that loot grind, that treadmill, which, you know, whether or not you like that sort of game, that is what these games revolve around. So they do have to find that balance. These loot games are like psychological in nature. Loot drops, trigger something in your brain, you're happy, you want to keep playing so that it happens again and again. It's a little nefarious of a system, admittedly, but that's honestly a lot of video games. I'm not that smart, so I better shut up on this topic, but the point is these games revolve around that treadmill. That's the entire point of them. So BioWare does have to find the balance between giving some loot in something that feels rewarding, that people want to keep striving towards, but not giving too much loot that they stop playing immediately. As ridiculous as the idea of a boycott this week is, because let's be honest, most of those people boycotted the game, they're just gonna play Division for a week, and they might go back to Anthem, they might keep playing Division, or everyone should just go play Warframe, let's be honest. Next up in the news, Respawn declares war on cheaters in Apex Legends. That was the title of a recent Eurogamer post. Hysterically over the top, but the bottom line is Respawn has banned some cheaters. In a recent post on Reddit, they checked in with a few goodies, including a new ban wave that took place. Basically, they announced that they banned 355,000 players on PC. In other news, 355,000 new accounts were created that same day. Gotta love free-to-play games. Now, in addition to that, they also talked about some of the struggles with fighting cheaters, that it's an ongoing war, but they do take it very seriously and care deeply about the health of Apex Legends. Now, they don't want to reveal too many of their plans, as that would help the cheat makers, but some of the things they're doing include working directly with some experts in and outside of EA, scaling up their anti-cheat team, as well as adding a reporting feature to the game. And I think that's a key component, allowing people who are experiencing these things that appear to be cheats in their game to report those players internally rather than going to a website, filling out a questionnaire, giving them your birthday and all this. Like, it's really too much hassle for most people to deal with. Having that thing built right in the game will go miles, and I think that's certainly a step in the right direction. They also mentioned looking into ways to deal with the spammers during character creation. I imagine what they're referring to is this. Yeah, if you guys could deal with that, that'd be pretty great. Now, I talked about the cheating issue in Apex Legends not too long ago. I put up a video like about a week ago. It's a major problem. It's a problem in any competitive online game. It is especially a problem in free-to-play games because it's so easy to make a new account. And you could say, like, why don't you do IP bans or hardware bans? Truth is, as far as I understand, both of those things are fairly easy to navigate. You can have dynamic IP addresses so that an IP ban does absolutely nothing. And apparently hardware bans aren't much of an issue for people to overcome as well. Look, cheating in online games is a huge problem. It is always the case that the developer is one step behind the cheat maker and they just are constantly playing catch up. If you have online games, especially competitive ones where people are incentivized to cheat, you can pretty much expect they're gonna be there. Obviously the consoles deal with this a lot less, but it's not impossible to deal with cheaters on consoles. Either way, cheaters are not fun. It can destroy the player base of these types of competitive games, and it is something that Respawn needs to take seriously. So it's good to hear that they are. Last up today, I just wanted to quickly talk about Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. They just released their launch trailer and the game looks amazing.
I have come for you. So the noble shinobi stands in our way.
I'm honestly losing my mind over this. I haven't been keeping too close of a tab on this game. It's from the Dark Souls team, so I was basically all in from the get-go, but I haven't been looking at gameplay videos or paying attention to features or anything. But just watching this launch trailer, which includes a bit of gameplay, has me super excited. Basically, to me, this looks like a cross between Dark Souls and Tenchu, one of my childhood favorite games. I was obsessed with Tenchu as a kid. So this idea of getting this mix of the Dark Souls combat with like the ambiance and the environment of a Tenchu game, sign me up. Like, I'm probably gonna be playing the crap out of this game. Again, I don't know too much. I haven't been keeping up on the details of Sekiro, but I'm looking forward to playing it, so you can expect me to dive in, learn a little bit more, play the game, and probably talk about it some more here in the future, whether it's here on the feed or on some other show that I do. I don't even know what I'm doing. I've got this whole list of new types of videos that I want to do. It's just a matter of if I get around to it. But hey, you know what? At least this video wasn't released 2 weeks after the last video, so things are looking up. So it's pretty good, right? We're going in a positive direction. We shoot for 1 video a week. Piece of shit. Also, in the last video, I had someone complain saying this green screen was unprofessional. Are you kidding me? This thing looks amazing. Look at this. It doesn't get more professional than this. Trust me, I'm a professional. Oh, for those of you who've been asking if I can bring back the force feed outro, I'm gonna go with no. It's pretty awkward. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force fed.